everyone, myself is Shashikala, lecturer in chemistry. Today I am going to discuss about elements, compounds and mixture. You have already studied in your previous classes. So what is matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. So based on the chemical composition, matter can be classified into two types. So matter, anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. So based on the chemical composition, matter can be classified into two types, that is pure substance and mixture. So what is pure substance? So pure substance is the substance made up of only one kind of matter. Substance made up of one kind of matter. So pure substances has definite chemical composition and definite physical and chemical properties. So pure substances have definite chemical composition and have definite physical and chemical properties. Definite physical and chemical properties. So pure substances are homogeneous in nature. Pure substances are homogeneous in nature. That is, their composition is uniform throughout the bulk. Homogeneous means their composition is uniform throughout the bulk. For example, hydrogen gas, nitrogen gas, oxygen, sodium chloride, water. So these are all homogeneous substances. So the hydrogen gas is made up of hydrogen atom. So hydrogen gas hydrogen gas is made up of only hydrogen atom, one type of atom. So it is homogeneous in nature. Nitrogen, oxygen are also homogeneous in nature. Even sodium chloride and water is also homogeneous, even though it is made up of different elements. Because the combining ratio of sodium and chloride are fixed, and here also water is also made up of two different elements. So it is also homogeneous because the combining ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is fixed. So if we take water in a beaker, so water molecules are distributed uniformly throughout the beaker. So water, sodium chloride, oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen gases, so these are homogeneous substances, and they are also example for pure substances. So the constituent present in the pure substances cannot be separated by simple physical methods. So these pure substances are further classified into two types. One is element, another one is compounds. Pure substances are classified into two types. One is element and another one is compound. Now coming to the elements. So what is elements? So elements are the pure substances. Made up of only one type of atom or a molecule having same atomic number are called elements. What are elements? Pure substances made up of one type of atom or a molecule having same atomic number. Are called elements. So these elements cannot be further divided into anything simpler than itself. So elements cannot be converted into anything simpler than itself. So these elements are the fundamental substances from which other substances are made. So for example, all the elements present in the periodic table. So at present 118 elements are present in the periodic table, out of which 92 elements are naturally occurring elements. elements, and remaining elements are artificially created. For example, sodium, potassium, lithium, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, gold, silver. So these are all examples for elements. So now coming to the characteristic properties of elements. So what are the characteristic properties of elements? Characteristic properties of elements. So an element consists of only one kind of atom. The first property is an element consists of only one kind of atom. An element consists of only one kind of atom. The atom of each element differing properties from the atom of other elements. So different elements have different chemical and physical properties. So the second point is elements are pure and homogeneous. Elements are pure and homogeneous. Elements are pure and homogeneous substances. So elements have definite physical and chemical properties. Elements have definite boiling point and melting point. Elements have definite boiling point and melting point. So elements are composed of individual atom or molecule made up of atoms. So elements are made up of individual atoms or molecule made up of atoms. So element can chemically react with other element or compounds. So these elements cannot be broken up into simpler substances. So these are the some important properties of elements. So the pure substances are of two types. One is element and other one is compound. Now coming to the compounds. So what are compounds? Compounds are the pure substances made up of atom of two or more different elements are called compounds. So what are compounds? Pure substances made up of atom of two or more different elements. Two or more different elements. Different elements which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. Elements which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. Which can combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, water. So here water is a compound made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So the combining ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is fixed. So the combining ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8. So the atomic mass of hydrogen is one hydrogen is 1. Here there are two hydrogen, therefore the atomic mass of two hydrogen is 2. The atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 ones are 2 8s are. So the combining ratio of hydrogen oxygen is in the ratio of 1:8. So what are compounds? Pure substances made up of atom of two or more different elements which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. So for example, water is a compound made up of hydrogen and oxygen which are combined chemically in a fixed ratio by mass of 1:8. Another example is sodium chloride. It is a compound made up of sodium and chlorine. So the combined ratio of sodium and chlorine is 23:35.5. So sodium chloride is a compound made up of sodium and chlorine which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass of 23:35.5. So the properties of compounds are entirely different from those of individual or constituent elements. So for example, here the properties of compounds are entirely different from constituent elements. For example, sodium chloride is a compound because it is made up of atom of two different elements. So Sodium chloride is a compound made up of sodium and chlorine. Made up of sodium and chlorine. So here the property of sodium chloride is entirely different from the constituent element, that is sodium and chlorine. So sodium is a highly soft and highly reactive element. Soft and highly reactive element. And chlorine is a poisonous gas. Chlorine is a yellowish green poisonous gas, and sodium chloride is a crystalline, white crystalline solid. Non-poisonous and useful. So the property of compound is entirely different from constituent element. So sodium is a soft and highly reactive metal, and chlorine is a poisonous yellowish green color poisonous gas. But sodium chloride is a compound. It is a white crystalline solid. It is non-poisonous and useful. Another example is water. So water is formed from hydrogen and oxygen. So here the properties of water is entirely different from constituent element. So hydrogen and oxygen are gases, but water is a liquid at room temperature. So hydrogen gas is combustible gas and burns, and oxygen is a supporter of combustion. But water it is used to extinguish fire. So therefore the properties of compounds are entirely different from those of its constituent elements. Now coming to the characteristic properties of compound. So compounds are made up of atom of two or more different elements which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. So the first property of compound is made up of atom of two or more different elements which combine chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. So compounds have definite melting and boiling point. So they have definite boiling point and melting point. So compounds, the constituent present in the compounds cannot be separated by simple physical methods. So the constituents present in compounds, cannot be separated by simple physical methods. Compounds are homogeneous in nature. During the formation of compound, energy is either absorbed or liberated. For example, carbon dioxide is formed from carbon and oxygen with the liberation of heat energy. Another example is formation of nitric oxide from nitrogen and oxygen. With the absorption of heat energy. So during the formation of compound, energy is either liberated or absorbed. So carbon dioxide is formed from carbon and oxygen with the liberation of heat energy, and nitric oxide is formed from nitrogen and oxygen with the absorption of heat energy. So these are some important characteristic properties of compounds. Now coming to the mixture. So what is mixture? It is a kind of matter. It is formed by mixing two or more pure substances in any proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical change. They are in their individual properties. So mixtures are the kind of matter. It is a kind of matter formed by mixing. Two proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical changes. They do not undergo any chemical changes and they retain their individual properties. So, for example, so most of the substances known to us are in the form of mixture. For example, air. Air is a mixture of. Air is an example for mixture. So, air consists of. It is a mixture of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and also contain water vapors, dust particles, and traces of noble gases. So air is an example for mixture. So air consists of mixture of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. It also contains water vapor, dust particle, and traces of noble gases. And another example are ice creams, fruit juices, milk, honey. So these are all examples for mixture. So these mixtures are of two types. So they are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So mixture are of two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Now coming to the what is homogeneous. Means it's a type of mixture which contain two or more substances which combine chemically. Now coming to the homogeneous mixture. So it is a type of mixture in which two or more components completely mix with each other and cannot be seen separately. Here the two or more components completely mix with each other. And cannot be seen separately. For example, salt solution. So salt solution is a homogeneous mixture of salt and water. It is a homogeneous mixture of salt and water in which salt particle cannot be separated from water. So here there is no separation between various components. There is no visible boundary of separation between the various components. Another example is sugar solution. Air is also an example for homogeneous mixture. All the components are completely mixed with each other and there is no visible boundary of separation between the various components. Air, milk, honey, ice cream, milk, these are all examples for homogeneous mixture. The second type is heterogeneous mixture. So what is heterogeneous mixture? So it is a type of mixture. Heterogeneous mixture is a type of mixture in which two or more components are not completely mixed with each other. They do not form a uniform distribution throughout the medium. So it form a boundary of separation between the various components. For example, mixture of salt and sugar. So mixture of salt and sugar is an example for heterogeneous mixture. Another example is mixture of grains and pulses along with dirt. This is also example for heterogeneous mixture. So in heterogeneous mixture, the two components are not completely mixed with each other. They cannot completely mix with each other. There is a visible boundary of separation between the various components, and these components cannot be uniformly distributed throughout the medium, throughout the bulk of the medium. So now coming to the characteristic properties of mixture. So the first characteristic properties of mixture is, so mixture is made up of two or more substances that exist together without undergoing any chemical combination between them. So the first property is mixture made up of two or more substances that exist together and without undergoing any chemical combination between them. So the second property is mixture mixture do not have definite boiling point and melting point. They do not have fixed melting point and boiling point. That depends upon the proportion of constituent present in a mixture. For example, the boiling point of salt solution. The boiling point of salt solution depends upon the amount of salt. So more the amount of salt, higher will be the boiling point of the solution. Mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous in nature. The constituent of mixture vary in proportion. The constituent of mixture vary in proportion. So the constituent present in mixture can be separated by simple physical methods. So the constituent present in a mixture can be separated by simple physical methods. So during the formation of a mixture, there is no energy change will take place. No energy changes takes place during the formation of a mixture. So these are the some important properties, characteristic properties of mixture.